Okay, I got a request for this video here. A user said he wanted to replace the 72 pin connector, and I said know how to. So yeah, this thing's a little popping up because I took all the screws out and I just set everything there so you can see do and not slow down time process. So anyways, I myself am not going to replace mine because I have no new one, unfortunately. So I'll just show you how to do it and what you need to do. So first of all, you need a brand new 72 pin connector. You can just search that on eBay. They got brand new ones. He said he got them for $17. I've seen cheaper, but then there's some that are a little expensive, and some are used too. So we're gonna take a look here in the book. What you need to do first on your NES is, well, you probably won't see this. This is just I took that there so I could see. There's all these little holes in the corner. There's one there. Then there's, excuse me, this phone apart here. And then there's ones on here and then here. So just take all the screws off the bottom and then put that down there. The top should come right off. So I'm gonna slight this thing. Like that. Okay. And then we got this thing. Can we do that? Okay, then we got this thing. And what you need to do here is first you need to take out this. I'll try to do it this way. You get this big metal grate thing. Which first you got this metal thing. You take off the screws here, and then there's some over here, and then after you take those off, this should come up like so. I'm gonna put it there. And now we can actually see the 72 pin connector. That's this thing back here, and this is a little bouncy tray. And the 72 pin connector back there. Okay, there's screws on each side here, here, here. And then once you do that, unscrew it, you pull out. So it unreleases from that. Unreleases from the 72 pin connector, and then you remove the tray. Printer made noise. Okay, and then here's the 72 pin connector, and this is what's going to need to be replaced. And then what you need to do is make sure you get all these screws around the motherboard so we can remove it. Removed. There's some down there, so that this comes off. And you got wires hooked up to it. You just simply, very carefully remove these. I'm going to try to do this. Carefully remove these. Okay. Then there's this tray thing, a little confusing tray about it. Try to take these off here. Okay, and then this big metal tray thing will come off, and then we got all that's left in here is some the button things and then some wires. Okay, and then we're left with the motherboard, the thing that needs to come off. And then up on the underside, we can see all its processors. There's actually an AMD processor thing. Well, I don't know if it's an AMD processor, but that's the AMD logo. I know that. Anyways, here's the 72 pin connector, this big shiny metal thing, and it simply comes out pretty much like removing a cartridge, pretty much. So you pull off from the bottom here. Try showing you this again. Just pull. It'll come off. And then this is the 72 pin connector. And then this is what you're left with. You're left with this pointing out thing right here at the end, and that's where you stick your new one. So you get out your new 72 pin connector, and then it should look. I don't have a new one, so imagine if I did. It should look like this. There'd be a shorter end and then a taller end. The shorter end down here goes in. See here. So you can see the top one sticks out farther, and the top one's where you need to plug in the cartridges. So the one that's shorter on the bottom. So either way you flip it, it's shorter. So anyway, the one that's the shortest out of them it goes on the bottom. So it'll be, see, the shorter one goes in here, and then you just plug this in like so. And it may sound weird, but it should go right in there. It may sound like you're breaking it, but you're not. And then you should have it replaced. And now we bring back this thing, and we need to put this thing back in, this metal grate thing that came out underneath. And that goes in like that. And then these things go underneath them. So, let's see. Put that in there. So I wrap these things back around and underneath, because this is where they go in, underneath them. And we got this here. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, and then put the motherboard back carefully in here. Not completely, so we can hook up these wires underneath. So we got this blue port thing. It goes like that. Hold on. And then this little green one. The little green dude right here. Okay, see that I hooked it up, and to make sure it goes underneath this little, those two on the side go underneath this little metal thing. And then, while you're at it, why don't you just plug the front one in. Okay, now I got all the cords hooked back up. And now I can set this down somehow in here. I don't remember how to do this. Okay, I think I can remember. Excuse me, people, everyone. Let me just... Okay, sorry about that. Little problem there. Okay, I decided to restart over here, and we're gonna just set this thing into the metal tray, and then we're gonna hook it up from there. So we'll hook this blue thing back in, then we'll hook the green thing back in underneath it here, and then this one in the front, and then we're gonna set it in there. So there. Now we got that back in there, like so. Like so there. And then now we're going to put this thing back in. This just slides in underneath. Okay, before you do all that, of course you're going to need to screw all the screws back in, like down here and all that. And then you stick this thing back, slide it in underneath your new 72 pin connector. Put the new, I'll put the screws in for this thing, and once you got that, put this new grate over it, and then the final thing, you want to screw back on the cover. And then since this isn't screwed down, I'm just going to spring up a little bit. Put that. Then after replacing the new 72 pin connector. If you have any problems figuring that out from there, I hope that helped you. Just send me a message on YouTube. Sorry, this is a bit messy. Yeah, officially wireless. So, see this guy? Ah, see that there? See that? Wireless. And up there. Up there. Up there's my wireless machinery. So, we'll talk about that later, but I hope that helped.